Hello, Simon right here. Longsword, out of Campbell River, British Columbia. Still getting used to saying that. We all know our Fendente cuts. A Fendente comes on a downward angle, designed to enter your opponent right around the eye level, cut through as much meat as is humanly possible, cutting out just above the knee. No cut is going to cut that much, but we try. The basic dritto fendente, coming from our lead side, cutting down, is probably the single most common opening cut you will see anywhere. Look at tournaments, look at sparring. Most people are going to open with that cut. There's a good reason for it. It's comfortable, provides good cover. When talking about the side sword, Manciolino says that a cut coming from this direction is more valorous. He also says you should never ever do it. Paraphrasing slightly, but basically, because it's so predictable, tactically speaking, it doesn't make as much sense to do it. Again, super safe cut to throw. There's a lot you can do from there, a lot of cover you can make, a lot of good reasons to throw it from that angle. What I'm going to share with you now are two funky fendenti, two cuts that fall within the bounds of what we're doing, and one of them in particular is extra sneaky. We'll get to that one second. First one, we're going to start on our non-dominant side. Now, reverso fendente. Full confession, it took me a really, really long time to get that right. There was basically a few years of trying to cut that where I could not get that angle. I got it now, didn't always do that. In order to help compensate for that, I stumbled upon a little thing that helps me out and also provides some pretty kick-ass tactical advantage as well. Instead of cutting down with the true edge, we're going to cut down with the false edge. One of the easier ways to sort of direct this is to point with our thumb as we cut, thumb, point, false edge leading. This is going to be important because it's not necessarily going to see it coming. Not a lot of people will square off with their non-dominant side leading, basically. As we do this, little nuance, step off line, stepping straight in doesn't really work too well for this. Also, it's generally a good idea to step off line, but it will add extra strength. As we would come for our normal true edge, fendente, when the swords inevitably meet, they will generally meet in a position of mutual advantage, mutual disadvantage. Neither one person really has an edge, so to speak. As we come in with the false edge, because of the way it works, it kind of drives down over top of the opponent's blade, clears their blade a lot more than expecting, and provides a countercut right behind where their blade is going. It's an absolute thing of beauty. I remember trying this on someone new to fighting me. Okay, that's a bit of a lie. I hadn't fought them in like 10 years, and so when we squared off, this is one of the first things I threw at them. They talked to me later and said, "I thought for sure I'd won that bind. What did you do?" Thing of beauty. And all I did was start here, throw that false edge right into their blade. Clears it, takes control. Absolutely beautiful. Totally one of my secret techniques with it, which I'm now sharing with the world. The other one is also a reverso fendente. Reverso just refers to anything thrown from the non-dominant side, in this case, my left. Dritto comes from the right. Simple enough. This is also a reverso fendente, but it starts in a bit of a different place. It starts on your right-hand side. We take kind of our forward-weighted posta di donna, It's very definitely an aggressive move. As we come in for that cut, instead of throwing it there, we're going to tilt our head to the side and come on that reverso line. My footwork changes slightly. You can do this with a passing step, but it usually ends up with you twisted and off balance. Instead, we're going to take an advancing step with the left leg, keeping the left leg leading. Boom. Be careful when doing this with a sharp sword that you don't cut your ear off. If you feel like you're in danger of cutting your ear off, you're probably doing this right. So, coming in again, we start squared off here, tilt, cast out. Simple enough. Sometimes takes a few times to get it down. Come in here, boom. Again, what this does to the opponent is they think you're coming in on a Fendente. Coming to meet sort of at the crossing, somewhere along the blade, probably in equal place. They've seen this a million times before, they know how to deal with it. Coming in on that reverso line, puts their sword moving in the same direction as yours, coming across, again, putting you behind their blade. Your blade is protecting you, their blade is somewhere over here. There's a straight line from my blade to your face. So, those two, one more time. From the left-hand side, we start pointing our thumb at the other guy, coming in with the false edge. You'll know, again, you have it right if your palm is facing up, sort of at the termination of this cut. Really great to come back right to Cordalonga on this one. If we're coming in here and our palm is down, we're not throwing it with the right edge. False edge, shweek. From the other side, do that advancing step, cutting that reverso Fendente. Again, two fun little tricks that can mess with your opponent and are great fun to pull off. That reverso from the lead side, again, stories of my own prowess. I hit a guy with it 4 or 5 times in a row before he had to stop and say, okay, what the fuck are you doing to me? And then I showed it to him and he went off and used it on that guy. I love sharing my techniques. I love sharing secrets because then it forces me to come up with new ones. So, thank you all, and we'll see you next time.